Hey everyone, welcome back to the latest GoSkills Excel Challenge solution. How close did you get to solving it?
Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's jump right into the solution for this employee child vacation compensation challenge. We need to determine two things for each employee. Number one, the compensation the company will provide to cover trip costs for the children. And two, the resort they'll be staying at based on some specific factors, and we'll walk through those again as needed. But let's start by taking a look at our solution worksheet. Up in cell H2, you can see the trip cost per person is set to $1,200 US. When we start computing the costs, we'll use this cell to help us do so. The first step is to calculate the compensation for each employee using the terms seen here on the challenge description to guide us. So if the employee has one child, we'll cover 20% of the trip cost for that child. If they have two children, we'll cover 30% of the trip costs for the children. 3 kids, we'll cover 40%, and 4 or more, we'll cover 50% of those costs. Again, back on the solution sheet, the trip cost per person is $1,200. So let's start computing the compensation here in cell E2. Let's use ifs to accommodate the multiple conditions we have to consider. Equals ifs. The first condition is the easiest. If the number of children in D2 is equal to 0, we return a value of 0. Next, if D2 equals 1, if they have one kid, well, we need to multiply the number of children by the trip cost by 20%. That's how much we'll cover. And be sure to lock the reference to H2 because we're going to use this all the way down the whole list of employees. The next condition is if they have 2 kids, if D2 equals 2, multiply D2 by H2, the trip cost, by 30%. The next condition, if D2 is 3 kids, multiply that by the trip cost by 40%. And finally, if D2 is greater than or equal to 4 kids, multiply the number of kids by the trip cost by 50%. And that's it. Hit OK. Then copy the formula down, and you'll see a value for every employee ranging from 0 to a dollar amount for employees with multiple kids. That's how much money the company will cover for each employee to bring their kids on the trip. Now let's go to the next part of our challenge, determining where our employees' families will be staying. And we've got 3 interconnected resorts: the Turquoise Paradise, Thai Orchid, and the Caribbean Dream. They all sound lovely, but we're going to split our team amongst the 3 resorts based on the number of kids they're bringing, as well as the employees' years of experience with the company. The multiple layers of logic work like this. If the employee has 5 or more years of work experience and at least 2 children, we'll assign them to the Turquoise Paradise. If they don't qualify for that, but they do have at least 3 years of work experience and at least 1 child, they'll be assigned to the Thai Orchid. Otherwise, all other employees will go to the Caribbean Dream. So just keep in mind those multiple conditions regarding work experience and the number of children must both be satisfied. That's why there's an and. So let's use an if with an and in our next formula. Let's go back to the solution tab. Let's go to cell F2. And let's begin. Equals if, and then in the parentheses, C2 greater than or equal to 5, that's the years of work experience, comma, D2 greater than or equal to 2, that's at least 2 kids. If both of those conditions are true, we return Resort Turquoise Paradise and make note of the double quotation marks we've got in there if you ever want to return text with quotes in them. Let's continue. If and C2 is greater than or equal to 3, that's at least 3 years of work experience. And D2 is greater than or equal to 1. They have at least one kid. For the employees who did not satisfy the first condition, then they will go to the Thai Orchid Resort. And now the last part of this if statement, for anyone who did not satisfy those first two conditions, they get the Resort Caribbean Dream. So let's hit enter and fill down the formula, and you'll see everyone gets assigned to a resort. In addition, our report shows us the number of families heading to each resort, and this is nicely balanced. Looks like we can start making our reservations. So that's it. How did you do? We hope you enjoyed this challenge, and we hope your next vacation is coming soon. We'll see you next month. So there it is. Did you get the same results? Did you use the same approach? Or did you try something different? We'd like to know. Share your take on the challenge in the comments below, or join us for more discussion in our Slack channel. Link in the description. Thanks for participating, and make sure to subscribe to this channel to get an alert when the next challenge is released. We'll see you then.